Hey everyone, this is Zach from BerwickCubers, and today I will be teaching you Ortega for 2x2. Now, you may have seen me do some Ortega walkthrough solves. It's our first video on the channel. If you haven't watched it, you should go check it out. But Ortega is a method for 2x2 by solving one layer, one side, then the other side using OLL, and permuting both layers in a step called PBL. You should use this if you don't take it too seriously or take 2x2 too seriously, but you still want to be able to get some decent times. It's not as fast as COL or EG1 or EG2, but you can still average sub 5, sub 4.5 even. Some people can get down to sub 4. There are three main steps then to solving Ortega. So first is to solve one side. It does not have to be a fully solved side. Okay, crap, I accidentally just did an OLL skip. So you only need to solve one side. So this is already better than some things where you have to solve the first layer, which is kind of a hassle sometimes. So you solve one side, then there's 7 cases, if I'm not mistaken, for OLL. I'll be going in depth on what each one is. And after OLL, there is PBL, where you permute or solve both layers at the same time using only one algorithm. Other than building your first layer, the first main step of Ortega for 2x2 is OLL. OLL consists of 7 different cases, each with pretty much simple algs that are easy to learn and you could learn right now. The first and the easiest OLL case to learn for 2x2 is U. Now, U is as simple as F, sexy move, or R prime, U prime, and then F prime. So it's a setup move, sexy, unsetup move. Now, here it is in slow motion. Well, should go into it. Here it is in slow motion. And then here it is done fast. You can recognize it by having 2 of the same color, so your OLL color, being right next to each other on top. And then you have headlights on the opposite side. On a cube, it looks like this. So here's the yellow, and then right across from it is this yellow set of headlights. The next case you need to learn for OLL is called T. This is similar to the one that we just learned, U, but instead of having the headlights opposite the bar, you have the yellow stickers, or the OLL side stickers, opposite of each other, as you can see on the screen here. Now, the algorithm is just 2 simple triggers, making it another easy one to learn. It starts out with sexy move, which is R, U, R prime, U prime, and then sledgehammer, which is R prime, F, R, F prime. It's very easy to learn, and might as well learn it while you can. Here it is, done slow. And if you can execute it really fast, this is how fast it can become. The next OLL case is known as L. Now, L is the first half of Y-perm if you already know that algorithm. Now, the way you can recognize this is you have 2 of the OLL stickers facing up on the cube, but they are not side by side like U and T. Now, you want to make sure that you hold the stickers like this. So you have this OLL sticker facing towards you, like how it's shown in the diagram. Then you want to do F, R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, F prime. Now, you can usually do this pretty fast. Here is how fast I've been able to manage to do it. The final
next
OLL
OLL
case
case
for 2x2 is another
H.
easy one, even though
H
they
can
all
be
are.
represented
This
or
one is called
recognized
soon
by having no top OLL
soon
stickers
only has one
and
OLL
having
sticker
double
facing
headlights
up, and you can
opposite of each
recognize
other.
soon by seeing
The algorithm
that you
for
have
this
the
is
OLL sticker on the
R2,
top left
U2,
of the cube,
R,
and you have another OLL
U2,
sticker facing
R2.
towards you on this right.
With
With
a little bit
of practice, this
the
algorithm can be
algorithm
done
for soon
quite fast.
is R, U, R prime, U, R, U2,
OLL.
R
Now,
prime.
the next step
Now this can become
really fast
Ortega
if you can manage
is
to do it.
PBL.
This is where you permute both layers. Now,
This
this
OLL
OLL case is
PLLs
known
in this,
as anti-soon.
even though we're
It
not
looks
permuting
similar to
both
soon,
layers,
but
you still
instead
need
of
to know
having
them to solve
the
Ortega
sticker here
every
with
time.
the top sticker here, it's over here instead when it's placed back here. Now, that's the easiest way to recognize it is by having top right OLL sticker, and then the left side, far left, having another OLL sticker. But another way to recognize it is having an OLL sticker here when you have the OLL sticker on the top side, far right. If you know soon, well, congratulations, you can do anti-soon. It's just soon backwards. The algorithm is R, U2, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, R prime. You can manage to do this algorithm very fast with a little bit of practice. The next OLL case is known as pi. You can notice or recognize this as there are no OLL stickers on top, and you have only one set of headlights of OLL stickers. The way that you can do this algorithm is the same as the U, except you add an extra sexy move in. So it becomes F, R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. Doing this fast doesn't take that much skill as long as you can finger trick like a normal cuber. And a walk up. That was a great showing. The final OLL case to know for 2x2 is H. H can be represented or recognized by having no top OLL stickers and having double headlights opposite of each other. The algorithm for this is R2, U2, R, U2, R2. With a little bit of practice, this alg can be done quite fast. Yeah. That's it for OLL. Now, the next step of Ortega is PBL. This is where you permute both layers. Now, I'll be including PLLs in this, even though we're not permuting both layers. You still need to know them to solve Ortega every time. The next step in Ortega is PBL. Now, PBL stands for permuting both layers. You can solve both layers at the same time using only just one algorithm. Now, this algorithm right here does not permute both layers. It only permutes one, but that's because you can get this case while solving in Ortega. This is when you have only two corner pieces swapped with each other and one layer solved. As you can see here, side by side adjacent corners need to be swapped. This is called T-perm. This is the algorithm for T-perm. R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R2, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, F prime. And done fast. For this, you could also use J-perm if you know what that is, or any other PLL that permutes just two corners. Editor's note after doing all of this. On PBL, which I just showed you T-perm, there's a chance that the top layer can be entirely solved, but the bottom layer cannot be. So if you have something like this, it's either T or the permutation I'm about to show you. For this, all you have to do is just rotate the cube. There's really no other way to do this. Y-perm is the next algorithm that you need to know for Ortega. Y-perm is similar to T-perm in that the entire bottom layer is solved, but there are two top corners that are not. Unlike T-perm though, they are not adjacent, they are diagonally across from each other. The algorithm to solve a Y-perm is F, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, F prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R, F prime. Done fast, which you can do it fast with a bit of practice, but it's pretty tedious and you can lock up quite a bit. This PBL is the easiest algorithm you could ever learn. If you know how to checkerboard a 2x2, you can do this. All this algorithm is R2, F2, R2. This is when you have two Y-perms, one on the top, one on the U face, and one on the D face. This can be done effortlessly. Oh, hit the camera. The next algorithm for Ortega is when you have a Y-perm on one side and you have a T-perm on the other. The way that you do this is, it doesn't matter really how you hold the top face, but it matters that you hold the bar or the solved two pieces on the bottom layer in the front of the cube. Then do the algorithm shown. L, D prime, L, F2, L prime, D, L prime. The next case I'm going to show you is the exact same as this one, except all it is rotated. This case is the exact same one as the case I just showed you, except this is it with a Z2. So this is what I just showed you, and here it is. Now, instead of rotating and doing the algorithm I just showed you, there's a much easier one that you can do. R, U, R, F2, R prime, U, R prime. It's really that easy. Just make sure that you always hold the bar in the top layer in the very front. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Doesn't matter how you hold the bottom face. Oh my god, almost knocked over my camera. Whoops. This is the final case that you need to learn for PBL. Yippee! All this is having a T-perm on the top and bottom layer. Make sure you hold the bars or the solved pieces in the back of the cube. Then do the algorithm shown on screen. R2, U prime, R2 prime, U2 prime, Y, R2, U prime, R2 prime. Now, how I like to get fast with this algorithm is doing the U2 prime and the Y in the exact same move. It's really all there is to be able to make this algorithm fast. Anybody can do this. It's this easy. It really is. Now, you've learned all of the OLLs, or at least written them down, and you've learned all of the PBLs. Well, let's go through some walkthrough solves. And I'm not talking about those ones from like a year ago. Okay, everybody, time for some walkthrough solves. Do this scramble on screen with the white side on top and the green side in front, so that way both of our cubes are the exact same. Got it done? Good. Now, Ortega only makes you solve one side, unlike other cubing methods. So, while you're going through inspection, you want to be able to find the easiest way to solve a layer. Now, this is looking for bars like this, because those kind of bars make it so much easier to solve. So what I see is that this orange and yellow, or orange piece, if I do a U prime and an R prime, I can insert it down into the bottom layer, which prevents a cube rotation later on. Now, what I also saw during inspection, though, is if I were to do that, this orange piece would land right here. So if I did an extra R prime, U prime, R after that, I would have the first side completely finished. Now I have a bar in the front, which usually isn't that good, because you might have to rotate later on. Now, this is the OLL case, with two OLL stickers right next to each other, facing up, and then no headlights. Well, no headlights of the OLL sticker. So, let's do this algorithm. R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R, F prime. Now, we're down to PBL. So, we see that we have two bars on both the top and the bottom layer. Now, what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to line them up and put them in the back. Now, all you have to do is do that PBL that I just showed you. R2, U prime, R2 prime, U2 prime, Y, R2, U prime, R2 prime. Here is the entire solve in fast motion. So going through inspection, holding the bar in the bottom left, and other than a bit of luck up there, that's how fast you can get with Ortega. Yeah, we're gonna do one more walkthrough solve, because I know you understand this. Now everybody, let's do this scramble with white on top with green in front. You ready? Good. I'm talking to myself, I'm crazy. Well, here we go with Ortega again. We already see that this piece, well, we have one blue bar, so ideally, we'd like to start on the blue face. So, we see that this piece only needs an R prime to be able to be inserted, and it creates a bar at the back, which is good for our most common PBL case. Now, we also see, if we were to do that, we would have to reinsert this piece, when we could just insert them at the exact same time, using U prime, R prime. So, now that we've done that, we are on to this OLL case. This is two adjacent OLL stickers facing up, and we have headlights of the OLL sticker, so this has to be F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. Alright, so now that we see we have a Y perm on the top, which isn't that good, but let's do the PBL case anyways. Make sure on the bottom, or on the bottom face, that the bar is in the front. You want to do L, D prime, L, F2, L prime, D, L prime, and then AUF to whatever you need to. I'd like to thank you all for watching this video. We haven't uploaded in quite a while, and it's kind of difficult because my camera kind of sucks, but as you see, there's an upgrade in camera. I'm no longer using my GoPro or my camera phone. I'm using my sister's DSLR, which is a pretty good step up if I say so myself. I have Pennsylvania 2018 in 2 to 3 days at the time of recording, so expect to see some vlogs out, like, immediately. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Smash that like button. Can we hit 5 likes? A new channel record. Make sure you subscribe to BerwickCubers if you're not already, and ring the bell, because even though we don't upload often, we need to make sure you know when we do. Comment any concerns, questions, or things you want to know about Ortega, and just Q&A questions overall, as that is going to be a video in the future. I already said this, but thanks for watching. Let's put the lens cap back on, and I'm not even going to edit this part out. Crap. Is it going to work? No? Ah, there we go.